Same budget, 5 different worlds. At the $600,000 entry point in Vancouver real estate, you can rarely have it all. There's some trade-offs involved between 3 pillars, right? You've got space, location, and modernity. So today we're going to look at 5 different listings that have sold in the recent past. Today is February 9th, 2026. And we're going to go from the quiet, tree-lined leafy streets of the West End to the more gritty and utilitarian East Vancouver. And all of that to find out what can $600,000 actually buy you in Vancouver in 2026. So let's jump right into it. We're going to kick things off here in the West End at 1655 Nelson Street. We're looking at unit 308. So just to give you a sense of where this is, because we want to situate ourselves, we've got this one right here, you know, a handful of blocks away from Stanley Park, a handful of blocks away from Cole Harbour, a handful of blocks away from the English Bay Beach. So you got lots of stuff not too far from you, and you're kind of on a nice quiet inner street here. Granted, Nelson can be a bit busier. It is a bit of a thoroughfare through the West End, but I mean, you got traffic calming circles here, so it's not bad at all, right? You got tennis courts nearby, all the retail of Robson and Denman, so a nice little spot to be in. And I think that shows because this property sold in 4 days for an even $600,000. They asked $639, they got $600. Just have a quick look. No, that's where they had bought it in 2017 for $565. So let's look at this building. This is the Hempstead Manor. 75 units in this building. It comes with parking. It comes with a locker. It is built in 1971. $415 maintenance fee. Sold on December 12th, 2025. 698 square feet. So we're going to call that 700 square foot. 1 bedroom, and you got storage in suite. Some people might call that a den, and it looks like it's got a decent sized patio. We'll see it in the pictures. Anything we need to know about this place off the top, I would think you want to know shared laundry. That's going to be a deal breaker for some people. What else we got? Open concept, natural beauty, rich hardwood floors, renovated bathrooms, new windows. We like that. Brand new appliance, some mountain views, yada yada yada. So you can put laundry in suite. Laundry is allowed with strat approval, and you got your heat and hot water included, meaning it's got big sport hot water heat. I think that's really gonna be all we need to know about this place. Let's see what it looks like in the photos. Yeah, those hardwood floors look lovely. It looks like a really foggy day, so hard to see through those windows. But they do look newer. It's a nicely set up little unit, presented well. Okay. I don't have anything bad to say yet. Even got space for a dining table. Like, this is a nice, generous size 1-bedroom. Okay, the kitchen looks like the cabinetry's somewhat modern. Even got some more modern light fixtures. It is built in 1971, though, mind you. So we got to be thinking about the parkade and some of these other components of the building to know if they're gonna require you to inject some cash into them in the future. Okay, so the kitchen looks good. You got some stone counters, lots of counter space, shaker cabinets. I like it. I gotta tell you, I like this place so far. Good sized bedroom, updated bathroom. Okay, that's just a weird way to put the glass, but okay. And then here's your little balcony space. Although it doesn't look like these patio doors have been done. We do have stucco on the outside. And brick. Okay. That looks pretty good. I just want to see. Okay, so not bad. Quick look at the layout. Enter. You got your storage here, of course. Very common layout. Kitchen right there. Bathroom with the tub. Good size closet. Good size bedroom. Not a bad spot. And we got it facing north. So maybe not the best light. Probably not going to get too hot in the summer though. So that's what 600 grand buys you in the West End. Let's see what 600 grand buys you in Kitsilano. So now we're looking at 610,000. I do kind of go a little bit on either side of the 600 grand mark so we got more properties to choose from. We've got one bed, we've got a locker, we've got another 1970s building, as you can see in that photo. Also got shared laundry here. Maintenance fees are more, $571. Only a 16 unit building, that's pretty small. And it's a little bit bigger at 745 square feet. Now it does say it's got water views, city, mountain. It's got wraparound patio, north facing. North facing in Kits is good because you're going to generally be able to see the water, right? And we're on 3rd, so we're north of 4th, meaning it's like your more desirable Kitsilano pocket. Stroll up to the shops, cafe. Yeah. We'll look at it on the map in a moment. Large bedroom, great community in this building. Okay. Gotta wonder about the building though. No dogs in this one, but cats are allowed. Let's see where exactly we are. So we are on Arbutus and 3rd. Arbutus, fairly busy for Kitsilano standards. People do go up and down Arbutus a fair bit. But you are close to all the restaurants and retail and good stuff there. So that's nice. You might want to just quickly see, do I have it here? If there's any building development applications, because there's a lot of development happening in Kitsilano these days, and you want to know, is there a tower going up right in front of you? It looks like no for now here. You do have something going on just over here though. What do we got? 19-story residential building with 3-story podium. Right, so you do have something big going up nearby. Okay, but not in front of your view. That's the main thing. All right. I think we got a good handle on this so far. Let's take a look at the pictures. Okay, typical 70s building. It looks okay on the outside. Doesn't look like that siding's falling off. There's your bedroom, good size, closet. Got a little entryway. This is nice because you can, somewhere to put your shoes and keys and all of that. Kitchen looks a little more closed off. Balcony wraps around like it says. Okay, let's see. Okay, so maybe you got a little mountain there. I think these photos have been done in post to give it a little bit more light, brighten them up a bit. This is kind of this is pretty typical of a Kitsilano place. Galley kitchen, meaning it's not open. Older though, it's not renovated like the other one was. Right, this is all pretty original, maybe just painted cabinets. The appliances are, wow, that's an old stove. And, okay, so there's your bedroom, you're facing the other one, but it's big. It's not as well presented as the other one, that's for sure. Popcorn ceiling's pretty typical. Okay, there's your hallway entrance, there's your shared laundry. And this one, I don't think it said anything about being able to install it in the building. And then you're looking out at this other building right there. But, right, you're high up on 3rd and you do have a bit of a view. And that's what you're paying the premium for here. So all these 70s buildings, you just want to know like what's going on in the building. Like in terms of, is there maintenance on the exterior that's required, on the roof, on the pipes, elevators are expensive, parking membranes are expensive. All this kind of stuff you want to be mindful of. Okay, you can see there's been some repairs in the parking lot over the years, but I mean, this is an old place, so what can you expect? So that is what we're looking at for 610 grand in Kitsilano and north of 4th. So good pocket. Pretty big maintenance fees though. And that's because you only got a few units here to pay for everything. Let's see what else we got. Okay, now we're moving eastward into East Van on Hastings, Dundas. Dundas is pretty busy. Arterial here, we are... Yeah. Okay, so we're a little more pocketed in here, but this is like a very, like this is the road I drive down all the time. So this is a busy street. You just want to see what way this one's facing, I think. But Wall Street's nice, and you do have some nice parking and places to walk if you have a dog, and there's some good breweries around here. Some decent restaurants too, so not a bad little spot. But how old is this one? We've got a 1993, and it's 2 bedrooms this time, so at least we're getting a second bedroom now. $477 maintenance fee, about the same size as that Kitsilano one, $768. It's called Harbor Gate, this one. And we are on the ground floor, so maybe that's going to present some concerns for security for some people, but might be okay. No locker. You do have parking though. 39 units in this building. Dogs are okay. Cats are okay. Let's see. Motivated seller. What did they sell it for? That's what we're going to find out. They asked $682,500 and they got $595, so it came down a lot. Just out of curiosity, what did they buy it for when they bought it themselves? Well, they were first hoping for $750, and they bought it for $780 back in 2022. Yikes, that is painful. So you've got a, 3-4 years. They've ended up with what, $695, like almost 200 grand in losses here. And then you got to think about the real estate agent fees and the property transfer tax. So that's not fun. I would wonder if this was like a separation or something. Let's see though. We got beautifully updated 2-bed and den. Nice. There's our den, almost 6 feet by 5.5. Good sized bedrooms. Well, a little bit small there, but that's okay. Quiet side of the building. That's important. Pet friendly. Okay. Custom cabinet quartz countertops. Yada yada yada. Private patio. Open air. So it's on the quiet side of the building. We like that. Let's see what we're looking at here. There's your little patio space. Decent, nicely protected. The fences look pretty new. You even got a little shed there. Seems to be. Inside, renovated. This is a 90s building, so it still might have some stuff going on for maintenance, but it's not as old as the 70s, put it that way. Gas fire. Like a gas fire, you can just heat your place with that, essentially. Windows looking, relatively young on those patio doors. Oops, let's go back. I want to see that. Okay, sorry. We gotta just jump around a bit here. There we go. Even got a little place for a dining table. That's cute. This place looks in pretty good shape. I think somebody got a good buy on this one. Right, look at that. Stone counters, it's got the island. Appliances look pretty modern as well. Maybe not this dishwasher. It looks like the dishwasher I have, which is sounds like a helicopter going off. Dishwashers aren't that expensive though. Okay, open, lots of lights. Probably still brightened up as well though, because this is going to be north facing on the ground level. It tends to be darker. That's probably why they have so many lights in here. Lots of space. You're not getting any kind of views, but you are getting a nice little modernized, renovated unit, even with an ensuite. Right? Beauty. Here's your little den. That's pretty sweet. That's just the second bedroom, isn't it? Bedroom. Set up as an office. Okay. And then there's the other office. So these guys have 2 offices. Yeah, this is a great little spot. I'm a fan. And someone got a great deal on it. Feel bad for the sellers, but so be it. Okay, let's see what else we can find here for our 600 grand price point. So now we're looking at 610,000. This one went for, what's that, 670, so 60 grand, 59,000 under asking. Built a little more modern as well, 1998 build. 2 beds, 1 bath. Doesn't tell us how many units are in the development. Parking, but no locker. 723 square feet. Funny, they got a commercial agent selling it. let's see, what else do I want to see? So now we got more amenities too, though, right? We got pool, rec center, steam sauna, hot tub, gym, in-suite laundry, and that last one had in-suite laundry too. Now, where are we? Expo Boulevard, that's Yaletown. That is going to be, Expo's actually a very busy street, but we're up on the 30th floor, so that's helpful. Nelson busy, Expo busy, so busy little spot, but you are pretty convenient as far as being close to dog park, restaurants, seawall, all the action of Yaletown at night. You got the SkyTrain right there. Great spot to be. This one, let's see if anything else we want to hit in the highlights of the description. Landmark 33, high floor home. Renovated kitchen, hardwood floors, bathroom, updates, floor to ceiling, panoramic city views, bright, open space, natural light, master, second without closet, so it's really a den. In-suite storage, prime location, yada, 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 amenities. Okay, now we're into a concrete building though. And you got some views. Got some mirrored walls. Looking out over Yaletown. Right, there's our sort of warehouses of Yaletown that have been converted. Those are blinds, yeah. Okay, so it looks pretty open. Nice open concept, vacant. Kitchen's not very open, right? It's a little closed in, but everything's updated. Maybe that fridge should be counter depth so it's not poking out like that, especially because it looks pretty huge. It looks like a big fridge. There's your parking spot. Okay, so somebody could have done better with the photos here, but is what it is. So you enter, you got your big walk-in coat closet. No, here's your coat closet. Here's a walk-in closet as well for, I guess this is just going to be like gear room storage. There's your kitchen tucked away here. So it's not as bad as it looks. It just feels tighter in those pictures. Lots of space for dining table, living room, bedroom. Don't love this kind of angled wall, but so be it. And your master. So, okay. What could I tell you about this one? I like that it's concrete. I like the location. It's got decent space. Although, if you're going to call it a two-bed, it's pretty small for a two-bedroom. Kind of, if you're going to have a two-bedroom, you hope to have at least 850 square feet, probably. But for 610 grand, you're getting a two-bedroom. Can't ask for a lot more than that. Now, still into the sort of Yaletown, although it's going to be labeled downtown. 1082 Seymour, I believe that is the Frisia. And 594,000. Newer than everything else we've seen, 2006 build. That's when a lot of these buildings in Yaletown went up. One bed, one bath. Does it have parking? One parking stall. They just didn't label it. It doesn't say anything about a locker. Okay, so maintenance fees, which we didn't check actually on the last one. So $622 on that Landmark 33 one. That's a lot for a 723 square foot unit and $477 for Dundas. So this one, I think downside is those big maintenance fees. Okay, $487 in-suite laundry. It's got a gym. You got a concierge. What do you got? Stylish one bedroom and sunroom, meaning solarium, 708 square feet. Large bed, bright sun, versatile den. You could try to force it into 3 different sleeping areas, they say. Yeah, I don't know that that works as much anymore in Vancouver. A few years ago maybe, but let's see what it looks like. I guess we gotta see where it is first too. Real quick, we are right here, right just above Yaletown on Seymour. Seymour, very busy street, but close to Emery Barnes Park. Yeah, this is the Frisia. And close to all the action of Yaletown, SkyTrain, other SkyTrain up here. You're downtown, you're close to everything. This is downtown living. See what the photos look like. Okay, so, I mean, those are going to be towers going up at some point. Yeah, this is all looking pretty original for 2006, although maybe they updated the stove and the fridge. It's been painted, added this little trendy light fixture. Although I don't know how much light these things actually give off. I'd be hesitant to buy one myself. Nice open concept, newer washer dryer, it's nice. But mind you, appliances are like 10 grand for all new mid to high range appliances. So not a big expense for you to shell out. And there's your common areas, your mailboxes. Okay, so you got your little balcony, it's nice. Gym, party room. There's your den at the door. I hope they give us a floor plan. Let's see. Bathroom, also original. Don't love these vertical blinds, but sometimes you have to have those. Okay, there's our floor plan. They've added some storage there. Okay, so could have been better on the photos for this one as well. You come in, you got a closet, you got your dining room, your living room, your kitchen, so very open. And there's your solarium. Where's the den? So they're thinking you could put a bed in here. It's 4'4". Okay, sure. Maybe an office. I think it works okay as an office. This would be good for like having a 2-office setup or having this be a gear room for your, snowboards, etc. Bedroom, decent size, and bathroom, decent size too. So what way are we facing? Does she give us this? So we're facing kind of northwest. The afternoon sun. Okay, so we can see that one. I mean, these are what you get for around 600 grand, right? You have a few different things to consider here. Let's just throw it on the map, right? You've got your kind of, okay, bear with me. Get this thing on properly. Okay, you got your West End, maybe kind of call it like your urban sanctuary. It's tucked in, still central, leafy treed street. Then we've got sort of a view in Kitsilano that you're paying for, both older buildings though, and it does require renovations, whereas this one was much more updated. Then we've got that sort of hidden gem over here in Hastings on the quiet side of Dundas, and it was nicely renovated, and we saw somebody lost a lot of money on that one. That one's probably might be my favorite, although this one was good too. And then we've got somebody who wants tons of amenities here at that building on Expo, and you got a high floor. It's a great central location. And, this is sort of your investor grade downtown / Yaletown condo. So great for an urban professional or to buy as an investment property. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody bought that as an investment property. And that's what 600 grand gets you in Vancouver in 2026. I think it's pretty exciting to see you can buy 2 bedrooms. We've saw a couple of them in 2026 for that kind of price. And so glad I did this video just for my own information, for your information. I've done a few other ones on different price points in Vancouver, North Van. We're going to be building a catalog of those out as time goes on. But if you want to see tours of properties that I've listed for sale, get a little more polished presentation rather than a screen share, just click that playlist right there. I've got some great listing videos for you to check out. And if you never want to miss one of those or these videos again, just subscribe. Thanks for watching.